Hey everybody, this is Cole Boling and Jamie Boling with the Boling Group at
Hello.
Keller Williams One Legacy Partners in Topeka. We are your go-to real estate couple, as we like to say. So yeah, if you have any real estate needs, we would love to help you. Today, a little bit different here. We are bringing on one of our preferred lenders who we just absolutely love doing business with. This gentleman has been a lifesaver for us personally. We've used him on
Multiple.
I don't know,
Houses
a few
now?
houses now, across the country too, multiple locations as well. So I'd like to introduce Ian Gudenkauf. Ian was with Vision Bank, and welcome, Ian.
Thank you for asking me. I appreciate you guys inviting me to the call today.
So tell everybody who you are and a little bit about your bank and whatever.
My name is Ian Gudenkauf. I'm with Vision Bank locally here in Topeka, Kansas. I've been in the business for about 25 years. We are a complete local bank, so we do all the processing, underwriting, basically the whole 9 yards here at the bank, as well as we do keep all the servicing of the mortgages. So it's a good local feel here at our bank. Just try to make the process as simple as possible for all of our buyers and the realtors as well.
Awesome. So today we're going to talk a little bit about new construction loans. And we've used Ian to help us do our construction loan and then the end loan of that construction loan process, which rolls into a full mortgage. And so Ian, why don't you tell the viewers a little bit about what that process looks like if they're thinking about maybe building a new home with a builder, and if they were to come to you, what can they expect?
Okay. Essentially, how the process works on a new construction loan is we first start out with essentially getting the plans and specs from the buyers, because what we want to do first and foremost is we want to see what the value of the property is going to be based on what they're building. After we get that appraisal back, that's going to give us an idea essentially of what we're going to be able to loan on the construction end. Once we get that appraisal back, we do have the capabilities of loaning up to 80% of what the construction appraisal comes back at, as we are going to be doing two different loans. First will be, again, the construction loan. We do the construction loan based off of draws that are going to be at an interest-only payment while they are building the house. Most of the builders locally in town love that they're dealing with somebody locally because they're coming directly for us for the draws to get their checks. They're not waiting 2 to 3 days. We also keep a very good ledger here at the bank. We set up a checking account personally for our customers on the construction loans to make their draws against. Essentially, we have a really good system. Unfortunately, I don't do the construction loans. We do have another loan officer here that does our construction loans. But again, we are working hand in hand to do that. Essentially, once the property gets within probably about 75 days, at that point in time, we then would look at doing a final end loan, which is essentially just refinancing the loan out of a construction loan, which is interest only, into permanent financing. We do personally go look at the house, make sure we're pretty close to being, done with the property. And obviously we kind of check the market to see where rates are because we want to make sure we're competitive. The other good thing is, as far as closing costs go, because we do the construction loan, we save some money on the title work for the buyers. We also tend to cut some fees on the back end as well as my end loan, because we're going to be doing both the construction loan and the end loan. And again, everything is processed, underwritten, everything here locally at our bank.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's that's a great little breakdown there. From our experience, even though you are not technically the one that's doing the construction portion, we have found that we could still communicate with you, and as a client they can still communicate with you and you can help get the answers, and then you work literally wall to wall with the gal that does process it all
Yep.
in-house, which is why we love and have done multiple new constructions with you ourselves. Anything else you'd like to add about this loan or any other loans that you can do at your bank?
In regards to the construction loan, one of the other things we tend to do a lot of, it's quoted as a construction loan, but we also do remodel loans. For example, if a customer is looking at getting into a foreclosed property, which we know that maybe is not going to pass your normal appraisal requirements, we could look at doing a construction loan for them. What we do is we essentially get them into the house based on the sales price, get them into the house so it is. Unfortunately, it's a 20% down payment of whatever that price of the property is. After we get them into the house, we do again get plans and specs on the remodel to see the work that they're going to do. We then at that point in time can again loan up to 80% of the value of that property, do a construction and or a remodel loan for 6 to 12 months to do the work on the property. After that point, again, turn around, refinance it into end financing. I think one of the biggest problems you run into in today's world is on conventional normal financing is the definition of the property, how it comes back on the appraisal, whether it's subject to or as is. Even on a contract, if it's written as is, you know, if it comes back with foundation repairs, something like that, that would need to be done on a foreclosure, we have the capabilities of looking into a construction or a remodel loan for the customers to get them into the property. Again, the only downfall is, unfortunately, it's a little more out of pocket, but at the end, we can finance all the closing costs and everything into the final financing.
Does that have to be for your primary residence? Could that be for a second or an investment property?
We can look at doing investment properties or second homes. The only catch is the down payment can tend to be up to 25 to 30% down. Again, it kind of depends on credit qualification, but we always kind of try to take a look at all the different avenues that we can do to best suit the customers. If we can't, we usually get them in, sit down with them, kind of go through what we would need to do down the road if we wanted to look at doing something like that for them.
So what I'm hearing is they just need to come and ask you straight ahead without trying to speculate or anything. You have an option for them.
One of the local bank feels, or as I like to say, I'm kind of old school on construction loans. We do try to get customers in the office. They're not difficult, but they are different. So we want them to see both the aspect of what the construction costs are. We want them to see what the final end costs are. So I'd say about 98% of all our customers that we do construction loans on, or if we're doing remodels of foreclosures, we really want them to understand the whole process before they're getting into it. They are a little different than your normal purchase transaction. So we want them to understand the closing costs and what we're going to do as a bank to make sure they get taken care of.
And how can somebody get a hold of you?
The best number to reach me at is, I do only really get out my cell phone number. It is 785-554-2022. I hate to say I'm like Quick Shop, but I'm usually open pretty much until about 10 o'clock every night. So unless I'm doing something with my family, but I do tend to always give out my cell phone for contact information, whether it's a phone call or a text message.
Okay. And we just wanted to thank you straight on for, coming in here today, providing our clients and anybody who will use us in the future. We hope we'll work with you as well. We've had great success in all of our transactions. I think every deal we've ever done with you has closed on time.
That is a good thing.
Sure, it has happened. So
whether we're on the buy side or the sell side, I mean, everybody in town, if we get something from Ian, we know it's good. So
we know it's good. There's no questioning it.
We like to hear that and appreciate the business from you guys as well. You're easy to work with.
Thank you. Thank you. All the contact information is below us right now. You can see that, and feel free to reach out to Ian and make sure that you mention that you saw this video. Cole and Jamie referred you, and take it easy, Ian. Thank you. We'll talk to you later.
All right. Thanks, guys. Have a good afternoon.
Thanks.